Just try one Qinzhou last year, so the event that we're all about to fly to.
Oh,
so.
Yes.
Thanks, Travis.
That was your first event back.
Oh, yeah.
One of those.
Yeah, which one
Oh,
of
there you
these is
go.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was tough. That was like one of the harder events because you fly there. You always have to fly into like a big city, and then you go to the small city, and then in Qinzhou it was a 2-hour bus ride after that, and that's what gets you.
Mikey and I have officially made it to Chinese Las Vegas. This is Qinzhou right here. I don't even know what number town this is that we're in. I forget how many flights that it took us to get here, but me and Mike just rounded it up, and it took 52 hours of travel time to get here. By far the craziest travel day of either one of our lives. It started out smoothly enough. The first like 7 or 8 hours were pretty great, but the trip was off to a fantastic start because we just got the old self-upgrade to the exit row by myself. So morale is high. So like 7 or 8 hours into the flight, they started making calls over the PA asking for doctors or medics on the plane. 10 feet from where I was, like behind kind of the business class curtain, they were doing CPR on this guy who was not in good shape. They kept doing CPR on the guy for like a couple hours, and then they announced that we were going to do an emergency landing off some random island in Russia, which we later found out was kind of like just a military base, and there were like fighter jets and everything there. So we stopped there for, I don't know, like maybe 3 hours or so. We were at this like random military base. No one had any idea what was going on. So we had these 2 brothers sitting next to us, like a little ways down from BYU, and one guy just looked over the curtain and was like, that guy is definitely dead. So there was a dead guy on the plane. We're now like blowing way past our connector. So it took us, I think that flight was a total of 18 hours by the time that we got to Qinzhou. And so we get to Qinzhou, and then we're on the plane for a little bit while as they like unload a dead guy off the plane, which is a pretty surreal experience. And then so we get there, we wait a couple hours in line to figure out what to do with our flight. The people at Xiamen Airlines were angels. They hooked us up with this hotel, the Qilin Hotel, which is, I mean, that's the reason I came to China anyway, is just to go to the Qilin Hotel and go back. No need to go play volleyball if you can go to the Qilin in Qingdao. So we get there. The hotel was actually great. Me and Mike got some hot pot. We made some friends using Google Translator, which is super fun to talk to people through Google Translator. Like, I got a kick out of it, and all the Chinese people here were like having like the time of their lives with it. And then we wake up in the morning, everything was super smooth, morale is super high. So we kind of got stuck here yesterday, and they said they put us on another flight this morning to Nanning, where we will then have a 2-hour bus ride to Qinzhou. We've made it off all the planes, we've done it. So for now, we're getting ourselves good old-fashioned, authentic Chinese McDonald's. And we're here, so tomorrow, we have kind of a free day to do whatever we want. No travel, no planes, no buses, thank God. We just get to train and finally, blessedly, finish travel. It's about 4 in the morning, and I'm just wandering around the block of China because I can't sleep anymore. The jet lag is still real. So slept till 4, looking around for coffee, but the funny thing is that they consider 4 in the morning late, not early here. So nothing is open. So I'm just kind of wandering for the moment, coming back to the hotel. Got a first practice out here at the site. What you think, Mikey?
Looking pretty good.
Nice little spot on the water. So here we go. Got an hour-long practice. Then we got a practice set up with Poland later with some buddies I made on our snow volleyball trip. So volleyball is a small world. Me and Mikey just picked up our badges here, so I guess that makes me a real-life FIVB beach volleyball player now or something. I can hashtag it on Instagram. We had a good practice with Poland this morning. I'm going to stroll around, try to find some water, because that is comes in premium out here in Qinzhou. And now it's just getting ready for tomorrow. We still don't know what time we play or really who we play. I think we play Israel first, and then we play into Japan's #1. So should be a good matchup, 2 really good teams. The rest of the night, just gonna try to pepper in, probably get a little stretch in the gym. Now I'm just strolling around, exploring Qinzhou a little bit, and tomorrow it's time to get after it. Now's the fun part. Game day. We got Israel here at 9 o'clock. Winner plays into Japan. Got my Pepperdine shirt on. Mikey's rocking his jerseys from Slovenia.
Ljubljana.
Here we go.
Light. It's over. Come on. Okay. Shot. This side. What? I'm here. Yes. Allez. Yeah, Trav. Great yes, Trav. Huge. Dale capo. Let go. Hey, thank God. Yes, Trav. Great swing. Okay, we're safe. Come on. Mike, go! No one. Mike! Yeah! Trav! Job, buddy! Yes, Trav! Way to get your feet there. Yes, Trav! Michael! Way to pick me up, buddy!
Me and Mikey got win number 1 as a partnership. Beat Israel 21-16, 21-18. Just rolled. So now we got Japan coming up next for the round to get in. And meanwhile, we're trying to figure out some shorts adversity. We don't have exactly matching shorts. We got some reds. But that is suitable on the AVP, but not the FIVB. So we're getting some rookie leniency here. So good adversity here early in the day, and one more match to go. Here we go, Mikey. Woo! Yep. Me and Mikey just made main draw. Woo!
1 for 1.
Taking down top seeded Japan, 16-14 in the third. Good adversity. We were up 8-4, led them back in it, and it was they had a couple match points. They were up 13-12 and 14-13. Couldn't close, and then Mikey over here had a big dig at 14-15 us, and just bounced it for the win. Main draw. Not a bad first tournament as partners. So now tomorrow I think we should have the number 1 overall seed, which I think is the Swiss. So here we go. Love China.
Let's go!
Let's go. You ready to rock and roll, baby?
Yeah, it's 6 o'clock.
Yeah, buddy. Game day number 2 here in China. We got early kickoff today, 8 a.m. match against the number 1 seeds in the whole tournament, Adrian Heydrich and Mirko Gerson, who, from what I watched on film, what everyone says, is kind of like a Swiss Allison and Bruno. You got one guy who's like smaller, a lot of ball control, really crafty, pretty physical with a good serve, and then you have just big dude who just hits high and hammers. We were hanging out with the French guys last night, and they said that he gave a guy 2 concussions and knocked him out for a month. So, Mike, good luck back there behind my block. Got smacked around pretty good by the Swiss boys. I got blocked off the court by the big fella, and now we're here. So that's our only match for the day. We have the loser of Czech and who? Czech and someone tomorrow morning. So now we're out here. We just get to hang out the rest of the day. So that's a good thing about an early match, is that now we have all day to kind of hang out, recover, and get ready for tomorrow. Because the good news is that you can't get much worse than that from my offensive playing. So now the only way to go is up.
Oop.
It's Casey Patterson, game time.
Oh yeah.
Let's go, baby.
Scoop to the face.
Russia doesn't know what's coming. Mikey and I lost a really close one to Russia, and it's kind of a tough one to swallow. We were up in both sets. I think we were up 15-13 in the first, and then 18-17. I blew it down the stretch. They sided out, got an ace down my line. I forget how they scored again. I think it's soft block, and they put the guy up on two, and he poked one down, and we ended up getting it back to 20-20, but couldn't really bring it all the way back to win. I mean, you're up 15-13. All you have to do is side out and you win the match. Second set rolls around, we jump out to a 12-7 lead. Same thing happens. I kind of fold. I couldn't side out, and they end up making a lot of good plays. It's not like I was hitting balls out or getting aced or spraying passes or whatever. I was making them make plays, but at the end of the day, you're up 5. You just got to put them all away. And I wasn't doing it. It was a good litmus test for us. They've got a couple of podiums this year. They've been automatic to a couple 4-stars. They beat Phil and Nick. They've got a lot of good wins on their resume. And I thought that Mike and I were the better team, honestly. If we're talking about, there's 5 foundational elements of volleyball in passing, setting, serving, siding out, and then whatever defense you have, either blocking or digging balls. On this trip, did 4 of them as well as I have all year. I thought this was some of the best passing I've done all year, considering the difficulty of the serve. So we're always in the system. I thought this was some of the best setting I've done. Mike and I, we were really able to open up a fun, fast offense because of our ball control. Blocking wise, I thought this was some of the better blocking I've done. I was really aggressive, and that's a different style of play out here. Everybody is super aggressive, so you're going to get a lot more blocks if you are an aggressive blocker and you see something, you just go take it. And that's something that killed me against Switzerland. I got blocked like 100 times against Switzerland. I got blocked a lot here against Russia. And I was talking to Jordan Cheng, who's coaching Kelly Clays and Sarah Sponsel, and he was saying that it's a different kind of swing that's going to work out here. A lot of times, because I'm not super physical or hit really hard, I try the kind of chizzy stuff to go off the guys, and that doesn't work a whole lot here as much as it does in the U.S. So you got to have these flat, deep swings that I haven't really perfected. So it's fun to know that I have something to work on. It has been a great learning experience. If you would have told me at the beginning of the year, would I be in a main draw of a 3-star event with a lot of teams who will be competing in the Tokyo Olympics, I would have been stoked. That would have been past any expectations I would have set at the beginning of the year. Successful trip for sure. Learned a lot for sure. So I'm stoked that I came here. You do have to take a shot. Me and Mike took a shot coming here as the 16 seed in the qualifier. Our trip to China, which is like 52 hours, could have been over in 25 minutes in a match. We beat a good Israeli team, and a team from Japan with 2 Olympians on it. Honestly, super successful trip for volleyball, and I'm not done yet. I'm going to Israel here in 2 days to play a 1-star with Timmy Brewster and take another crack at it. So, a lot was learned, and it's been super fun to get really close with Kelly Clays and Sarah Sponsel and Jordan Chang. We've become kind of our own little family out here in China. So it's been a great time. It's on to Israel. For Mike, it's time for off season. For everybody else, it's time for Mexico. So we're all going our separate places around the world, and it's time to stay after it. And